Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live show. I don't know if anyone's around at this time. So, first of all, before we get into this, or if anybody wants to ask any questions, first of all, I'm going to do a daily reading. And yeah, I get energies coming from intuitively that this is normal. This is normal. Okay. and but I feel somebody is trying to project how they feel or what they went through onto you, and it's like it's like that energy of, if I went through this, and it was so hard for me that I had a nervous breakdown because of it, and it was something that I went through. So what makes it any different for you? I feel this is the main theme with this daily reading, is projection. And so I do get like mother-in-laws, mothers or sisters or brothers, somebody close to you anyway, who felt, or it could even be a partner, you know, a partner that feels that for some reason that they feel that you deserve this projection. It's like, I've had it quite tough. So I'm going to make it hell for you, kind of thing. Um, yeah, I think it's like jealous. I think what sparks this is jealousy. And so that's what I'm going to start with, is the daily read. So please join us in the chat, and then if you want to ask your own questions, please do. And it's very hot here, by the way. Um, we're having a heat wave, which is unbearable, but we're not equipped for it in this country. But let's have a look here at the daily read. So, what are the energies here around whoever I'm reaching out to, whoever this is, whoever's decided to watch this daily read, um, who, what are these energies? What are these energies? So, I don't get this as everybody. I just feel that whoever this is, this person wants you to experience what they've been through. And I'm pretty glad that you're going through some hard times, or have been through hard times. It's like, well, I went, and this is a big telltale sign when they actually say, well, I went through that. I actually went through that. So it's no kind of, it's just projecting that resentment onto you. So let's have a look here at the energies from this. And it can be frustrating, because it's like you're never allowed to have any kind of hard times, or you're never allowed to have any difficulties, because it's like, what this is jealousy and envy of you having an easier time than them. And kind of, when you do go through a rough patch, they make it 15 times more intense by not supporting you, and just kind of rubbing it in, like, well, that's normal. No, it isn't normal. No, a lot of these things are not normal. But they want you to believe that, well, that's normal, that's life. And whenever you get that response, that's normal, that's life. It's because they want to push that onto you, what they went through. And they may even say to you, you're going through, you're actually reliving, you're actually reliving my life. And you're not, because everybody's life is different. So that's the energies I get here. And some people are so envious and jealous that they want you to have an even more kind of miserable existence than what they're having. It's toxic, it's not nice, and who needs people in their lives like this? And I just feel this is not everyone. But I think it's so twisted and toxic that it's hard to kind of understand these energies. So yeah, I do get you as quite strong in this situation with the Strength card. Yeah, I feel there's a withholding here of support, sharing, even financial help, or if you're having financial difficulties, it's like the rest of the world is this economic kind of and people are kind of living on the poverty line, and we've not suffered this for many years, and you kind of try to express yourself, and this person or these people say, it's life, and you just have to. It's not the kind of thing that you want to hear. We kind of know it's life. What you want is somebody who's not going to withhold and watch it all unfold without helping you. You want somebody to be, a little bit understanding, and be how you would be, to someone, not just to step back and deliberately withhold. So hi NMCN, hi there. You have a question. Should I take the new job? We'll have a look at that. I'll just quickly do this daily read. So this energies that I am getting through is that, especially if you're younger and naive, and if you've got a toxic person around you, and this toxic person is standing back while you're having some kind of mental episode, and it's serious, and you need some help with that. And this person's just saying, well, that's life. I mean, how on earth is that going to help anyone? How on earth is that going to help anyone? It's a phenomena. It's because it's twisted, it's toxic, it's very. In fact, they're the ones with the mental health issues, because it's like, well, I can transfer this on to you, and I can watch this, and it makes me feel better. But I'm not, I went through that some time ago, and it makes me feel better to actually watch you go through this. It's malicious. It's vindictive too. It's vindictive. Now, you will get over these obstacles. I get the Chariot card, and with no help from these people. Yeah, I get this Nine of Cups is actually suppressing. What this does is just you end up pushing this down, and then this becomes some kind of thing that's passed on to your children and your grandchildren, and it goes down the line unless you kind of stop it. and say, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, okay, you've kind of stepped back and you've not supported emotionally, or you've not given a toss about anything. So and you've suppressed that deliberately. Then no, I'm not going to copy you and emulate that onto the next generation. So yeah, I see you moving on from this. You know, isn't it nice when you can actually see this kind of behavior? And isn't it kind of, that's what makes you stronger, is that you actually see this, you see behind the scenes of why these people are so toxic and are unhelpful and withholding from you. In fact, they're meddling in the background there manipulatively, and they don't take the label that they are narcissistic at all. So they just pass it around, pass it to the other sibling, pass it to the other parent, pass it to the other the other partner. They just pass it around. You know, I'm just going to watch you fail, because you know I went through that alone, and you know nobody was there for me. So forget me being around for you. It's bitterness. It's toxic. So isn't it great that we're strong enough, and that I'm trying to help you guys to recognize this and actually know what this means? So let's have a look here. I've got a few questions, and it's great that I've got some people here. And I did actually use my pendulum this afternoon. So I'm just going to nip and get my pendulum, because we've got a few questions and I want to help you guys out. So what do you say about to people like that? Well, when you're in conversation with people like that, you just say, do you know, I just love helping people. That's what I say, because I do just love helping people out when they're stuck and they need to move on. When you say to somebody like that, they can't believe that actually you're that nice, that you know you're that good, that actually you actually don't mind helping people out rather than withholding. I wonder where you get that from. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah. Hi, NMCN, Yvonne. I have a question. Should I take the new job offer? Okay, let me pull some cards out. Should you take the new job offer? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Quick questions, okay. Thank you for coming. So the first card I get here, take the lead. I think this is a leadership role. Okay, this is a leadership role. So this is promotion. And I get the Sun card. So the Sun card is a very kind of positive card. I think there's a little bit of a warning with this new leadership card. It's when you take a leadership role and people who've been there for years, or people who have also applied for that job, is you know going to see you actually take that job and then lead them. Just be wary of that when you do take this job, okay? because they will mess you around. That's what I feel. You have to be very kind of grounded with this card here, which is the Princess of Pentacles. Very kind of measured with your emotions, although they will still kind of try to test you in that position. Try to make you look a fool. So this job does not come without challenges. I feel it's a promotion, a leadership. If you can see that you're going to get challenges thrown at you with this job, I think you will actually see it as part of the job and actually begin to love this job. Okay. I also get you need to be fair and not to be too tough on people beneath you. Yeah, look out for the other employees that are making you look foolish and trying to make you look like a weak kind of leader, especially this male here. There's a male employee, whoever that is. I think you've just got to, yeah, because the world is at your feet here. The world is at your feet. And I get the Tower card. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy at first because I get the Tower card. And I get you, the Queen of Wands, here on top of this. So this job that you're taking on, it says try to manage your emotions because you're going to get a lot of people trying to, pull the rug from under you to try to make you look foolish. And you have to be aware of this. You have to stay very measured. I think when you realize that is part of this job, I think you're going to start to realize, well, I've got this position. It is a very important position, and see it like that. Just see it as part of this job. Don't go running to somebody higher than you and say, look, I've got these issues here with these employees. Because if you're going to be promoted, this is what you're going to get. No matter, the more important the job you get, the more you're going to get this. And if you can't cope with that, then you're not the right person for the job, unless it is absolutely really, really difficult. So let's have a look. Yes, lecturing in a university. Wow. Leading on a module. Great. A big step up. And a relocation will be involved. I think that explains it. You know this, being a lecturer, you know that you're going to get this this backlash with students, and I think you know how to handle that. You know how to say, well, great, that's your opinion, and all these opinions are welcome, but this is like the facts over here, or whatever this is. So yeah, I do pick up. Very important job, very important job. But I do get at the beginning there's going to be teething problems. I don't think it's teething problems. I just think the job is like that. The job is like that. So I'd say yes, take the job. Take the job, because I think you're well capable of handling that. I do. And I think that's maybe where you're a little bit scared, NMCN, because I think you may have taken a job like that or some kind of job like that before and found it too tough and you were not happy. But if you can say be bigger than that and say, well, that is the job, that's what the job entails. And I'm going to get cornered. I'm going to be made look stupid and a fool with my with my views, with the debates, and I will get through that. So I'd say yes, but you're going to have to learn the skill of staying very measured and staying calm. Also the other employees, the other lecturers. I did get a mail that maybe wanted to go for that role. So just be aware of that and go for it. This is what it's saying, and I will do a pendulum read for you. Should NMCN actually go for this lecturer job, which is leading a module in the university? Let's have a look. Should she go for that job? Yes or no? Yes, it's hard to do it with my arm up, but that is saying yes. Yes, go for it. Okay, go for it. I don't know if you're still on there, guys, but my screen has gone off. Well, I hope you're still there. Hope you're still there because my screen has gone off. Let me just get this screen up on here, and you know what? This is just terrible. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I lost you there. Okay, I know you're back. Okay, great to see you guys there in the live chat. Thank you for coming, and I love it to see that. Yeah, I think the theme is with this Ask Me Anything show is toxicity, and I know I keep going on about it, but it blocks good people. You know, it blocks. It really blocks people that care, and they get misunderstood because of all of this. They really do. I hope one day that they'll do a module or a degree on narcissism and toxicity, how it affects jobs and humanity and social settings. That would be fantastic, and I think everybody should study that. So thank you. Yeah, I get go for that. And yes, often attract toxic colleagues. Also, people seem quite threatened, even though I always try to be friendly to everyone. Yeah. It's a fine balance. Is just like, don't mess with me. You're never going to. You can try to get them not to mess with you, but they're going to do that. They're going to do that if they feel threatened by you. They're going to do that, whether you like it or not. Whether you try to prevent it or not, they're going to do that. Those types of people do not have any compassion. Don't care what you think or feel, and they don't care if they're upsetting you and you're going home stressed and upset. Again, it's this transference of, well, I went through that when I started this job, so are you. It's that kind of transference. And I think if we could see that, if we could see through that veneer, all of us would be able to cope a lot better with life, I feel. If we could just see right through, like, it's so sad that I can see this, what you're doing. And it's a phenomena. It's interesting that you're doing this, but I'm taking no heed from you. And this is what you have to, this energy that you have to give out to these people is, you can hear the BS, you see it, you see through it. You're never going to be able to stop it. So it's like just looking at them and, okay, I'll take that on board. Thank you. Bye. See you. Have a nice day. And not allow it to get through. And be quite detached, okay? And that's a big skill. to have is trying to detach yourself, especially when the job you've worked so hard to get to that position. You've worked for years to get to that position, and you've got these arseholes here trying to trip you up. It's soul destroying. It really is. You think, why have I worked so hard, put all these hours, read through all these books and articles, having to put up with this bullshit, basically. So as long as you can do that, and let's all learn that skill. Let's all learn that skill. And when you are, they're never going to give you support. They'll back off a mile away and watch you drown. That's sort of energies I get. And not to be disappointed or upset, because that's what they want you to feel, is disappointment and upset that, it's not kind of turned out the way you thought. And if you could take it on board, okay, I get this. This is you wanting me to feel this way because you felt like this in the beginning. So if you're aware of that, be bigger and rise above it, okay, and take that job, because I think you're going to love it. But it comes with a lot of challenges. That's what's coming through here, okay. Hi there from Nova Scotia. Hi there, Faith, and hi there, Sasha, and Yvonne, YS. Thank you. Hi, Yvonne. Thanks for doing this. My question is, I separated from him. Okay. Can you advise what should I do? Why is my lessons here in this relationship? Oh, that's a tough one. Sometimes it's not our lessons. Sometimes it's their lessons, okay. They're trying to learn from you, and you've given them all the information they need, all the information to this partner, and they're still not learning. They still feel like, how can I explain this? It's like I get a man here that's not been equipped for relationships, who was not equipped for relationships growing up. If you're a great parent, you guide and teach your children about how to understand relationships, but also how to build a relationship, but also when to let one go, okay. Now, I feel the energy was very much you giving, in terms of he wasn't equipped to, it's no wonder this relationship failed, because I think some people, men or women, come into relationships hoping to learn as they go along, but actually learn off the partner when the partner has got enough on their plate trying to get through this relationship. So let me pull some cards here. So, straight away, clear as day, that's what I'm getting for this. I don't actually feel that the only lesson for you here, YS, is actually that you can only give so much. You can only try to help, teach, try to guide someone, and when they've got all that information, they've took that information from you, but they're still not learning, or they're taking it away somewhere else and using it somewhere else, and when you're depleted of that energy, where else is there to go? Where else is there to go? So let me pull out a card here. Oh yeah, I get a person that struggles with anxiety and making a very difficult decision. Excuse me. And oh gosh. And but I also get someone that's very knows that you are balanced with your emotions, and you are good at you are good at relationships, and you try your hardest to keep a relationship going. But there's objections here. So I do get your partner may have been deliberately awkward towards you. And it's just kind of it comes in very insidious, does this, like objections and awkwardness. Um, because at the end of the day, when you get somebody that you feel that you're helping, you're the teacher, your partner will resent that after a while, because at the end of the day, they're going to say, well, I've learned an awful lot from you, but I resent it because you were more kind of mindful than me through our relationship. So they start to be awkward. This is the energies I get here. I don't feel that you had any choice. You can't be with someone and help someone and guide someone. Why should you anyway? I mean, yes, you love them until you're depleted, and then at the end of all that, they become very awkward, or they use that on another partner that they've learned from you. Now I get here the seven of wands. It's in reverse, and the seven of wands in reverse is embarrassment. And I do get manipulation here and trickery. The only lesson I feel, and I'm not saying that, because I feel you feel so exhausted, you're procrastinating over this after this separation, after the battles, but I don't think you had any choice but to say, okay, I actually feel there may have been a third party, but it's kind of not that serious, but I get that even that shouldn't have happened. What lessons do you learn? I think the lessons you learn is the reason why you wanted to help this person, or wanted to teach this person about how to have a relationship, is because you loved him. But he did not see that. He did not see that. He was blind to that. He felt that you were just telling him how to conduct himself. There was a lot of tension in government. Okay, so what, does he work in government or something, PJ? Do you think we will have another woman prime minister? A lot of people are disillusioned with governments. Yes. I did actually pick up on that. I did a reading and I picked up on a female candidate. So if I picked up on a female candidate, I think that's the only thing. I feel that conservatives have said the only thing that would work for the Conservative Party to actually be favoured again, if we really radically get somebody different as the leader. And this radical person, I feel, is a female. You're thinking it'll be a man. I know, I may be wrong. I feel that, yeah. I forget his name, but yeah, I think I know who you mean. I actually feel as well, they feel that it may be better to have a female. It's like this male and this female candidate together, who are going forward. So that's what I get for you there, for your relationship question. Excuse me. I can't remember what you asked now. I'll just go back. Oh, it's YS, yeah. I don't know if you're still there, but that's what I get for your relationship. Lessons learned would be sometimes you may be the one that's more kind of educated on how to have a relationship, a successful relationship, when the other one is resisting and resentful that you are more kind of aware of that than they are, and they may not like that, and there's all this in the mix. Okay, I think what is the lessons to be learned here? Well, I think also that you may have even tried relationship counseling and still it's not changed things. um and it's difficult if that person's not going to even bother to even change, or even come to your kind of be equal in things and wanting to be have power over you. How is that ever going to work? It's never going to work as a relationship. That's what relationship means, is trying to relate together and as on equal terms. If they're not wanting to have that relationship, then you have no choice but to separate. So that's what comes through here. Okay, with that. So let's continue. So the theme, I think, very much on toxicity uh, and projecting onto partners, work colleagues, and that kind of thing with this reading. So PJ, yeah, I think we have a woman and a man for it will whittle down to a man and a woman. Um, and it's going to be very close for either of them to get in. You think it's going to be a man. It's so close that I can't really. I did say that it would be a woman, but it's so close that I'm tempted to say a man. So, um, but they do want something completely radical. So I'm thinking a woman, but I may be totally wrong there. Okay. Hi Joho, thank you very much for your comments. I want to know if I better move out of my own country or better stay here when it comes to my future money and security. I don't know where you are in the world, but I think you're thinking of it's not going to cost so much money. Where you're thinking of, uh, where you're thinking of moving to. I think you're thinking it's not going to cost so much there. Um, different kind of different culture, different kind of pace of life. And I feel if that suits you, it's like comparing, isn't it? Because I haven't told you this yet, guys, but I am actually looking at France and maybe one day to buy a little house in France. I think that's one of my long-term goals right now. So I have done a GoFundMe, and I've done. If you go to the community page, I'm doing a raffle kind of draw thing, and if you enter it, you can win a 1 hour reading. So if you want to go fund me, the prize is a 1 hour reading. I would appreciate that, guys. If you want to do that, it's all going to go towards my little renovation project, okay, which will be in the future. But so I do get where you're coming from, Joho. Is the culture difference? Would that culture suit me? Or, I often think the French countryside is so vast, and there's so many villages, little villages everywhere, and compared to the UK is so built up and overcrowded, and it just feels like you can't breathe sometimes. And I often think, I feel that kind of culture possibly would suit me better, So it's that kind of thing. And debating what would be the right thing to do security wise. I'm tempted to say go for it because you may regret it. As long as you've got an income, I think that's the main thing, is income and security and medical. You've got all that set up, then I don't see why you shouldn't do it. I think the way that you should look at this is the pros and cons, is what lifestyle would suit you better. Is it doable? Is it doable? And if it's doable, then do it. What's stopping you? So let's continue here. What's that, Faith? I had a reading with you about 4 years ago. You were bang on. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, hi, Jenny. Will I be moving and getting a new job? So I don't know what these energies are at the moment, where there's like movement, not putting up with what you used to put up with. There's these energies of that, and looking for some kind of cultural lifestyle that would suit you better. So will you be moving and getting a new job? I'm going to say yes, because I think it's it feels like you're forever defending your position where you're at. I mean, why should you have to defend your position all of the time? Again, I get this similar situation of not being supportive and holding back here with where you live, your work situation. So all this is relevant to the daily read. And there's confusion here because you're thinking that maybe family is saying that, it's like this everywhere. I don't know why you're wearing rose-tinted glasses thinking that it's going to be any different somewhere else and live somewhere else. I mean, I think I've had that. I've had somebody say that to me, but that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. Places are different. People have different cultures wherever you go. I get the Sun card. So the Sun card is saying, don't listen to the naysayers, because I don't feel there's anything there to stay for. I think it's family that are saying this to you, that are being negative about your choices. I think they're doing it because they love you and they don't want you to leave. When they start to try to block you from from your future and your dreams because they're selfish and they want you to leave. I get dishonesty. I'm being dishonest with you with the Justice card in reverse. They just do not want you to move on and move away and not see you again. So, yeah, I feel that you're thinking in your head, am I doing the right thing? Should I listen to family? But I do get dishonesty. So don't always listen to people because some people are not always right, you know. They're not always right when you listen to them. So I feel that I think it feels like there's nowhere to go where you're living. There's no you feel that you've lost you've lost the passion for you've lost you don't feel like you're living a life where you live right now. But I think you're getting a lot of negativity from either family, friends that think, it's not going to be any different. You take all your problems with you. I don't believe that. I don't believe when people say you'll just take the problems you've got with you, when really the problems you've got are the job that you're in where you are and the surroundings where you're living. So I think you can make that decision. So if you're so adamant and passionate that you want a fresh start, you want somewhere new, then that's up to you. You can always try it out for 2 years. If you don't like it, then you can come back. But give it a good shot and try it out. Yeah, give it a practice run first and try it out. And then if you do like it and you feel you feel more comfortable there, then go and move there. Okay, that's what I get. So YS, yes, you're still here. So should I move on? Right, I can't make that decision for you, but I don't feel if you've put everything you can into that relationship and that person is still opposing and is still awkward for the sheer bloody mindedness of it, then I don't think you've got any other choice but to move on. When it gets like that, it's more than just the relationship failing. It's not really wanting to work out the relationship, not really understanding how to maintain the relationship, not really caring to maintain about any relationship. And I think if it gets to that point, I think the only answer to that is to actually move on, because you're banging your head against a brick wall, and that's what I pick up here. But I can't tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just picking up the energies and giving you some energies so you can actually make an informed decision. Hello, Rhonda. How are you? Hi, Yvonne. I have a question about my health and weight. Okay. Okay, well, that's not your question. What's your question? Laurie. Hi, Laurie. I appreciate and prefer being a contentedly single individual. Well, I think once you do come out of a really lengthy relationship, I think you have to be alone for a while to get to know who you are again, and make sure that that's what you want in future. I think as well it makes you more aware of, next time the relationship that I would like is an equal relationship. So that's something to look for when you're dating. So, these sudden kind of off the cuff kind of put downs and one-upmanship from from somebody that you're dating, I would say it's a big red flag that, okay, we're starting with that. Where's that going to lead to? Um, or disrespecting you and not valuing your, your judgments, your priorities in life. I think that's another red flag. Um, not valuing your efforts that you put in, and just not valuing them at all. I think when you pick up on those, um, when you're dating, I don't feel that you should turn the other cheek and ignore those red flags. I think you should, okay, that person just disrespected me there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to observe. That person was trying to, make me look foolish there. So that means that, they do not want an equal relationship. I've just come out of a relationship where it was like that, and then it turned into bitterness, and then it turned into, resenting that I was trying hard because I was the only one who knew about how to have a relationship, and hitting my head against a brick wall. And I think that, next time, take some time for yourself, and when you do start dating, is to look out for those signs and don't ignore them, okay? And don't ignore the red flags. So let's have a look. Hi, Susan Marie. How are you? And let's just, Laurie Sue. Yeah, you contented single individual. Will some idiot come along in the near future in an attempt to interfere with my bliss? I've just explained that. Oh my goodness, I didn't even read that, but I've just explained that in the answer. It often occurs and extremely annoying. Well, there you go. I just gave you an answer there. What to do? It is damn annoying, and you get your you get your bliss back. You start putting yourself in priority. You start looking after yourself, your health, your mental health. You start doing things for you, and nothing should interfere with that. Nothing should interfere with that. But I feel that some guys and also some women, they have this idea that relationships are about controlling a partner. And because they've seen it growing up, you know, it's about taking away that person's freedom and actually taking control. I'm going to take control. They have this weird kind of mentality of, I'm going to take that idea of yours and I'm going to control that. And it could be one of your dreams, your aspirations that you shared with this person. And they know, so if you get a narcissist or some kind of person on that spectrum, and they see one thing that they hate is somebody who knows who they are, and knows what they want and have passions and dreams. Narcissists, toxic people hate that. They loathe it, and they just want to interfere with that. I think when somebody interferes with your peace and your harmony after you've worked so hard to get that, is a big sign that they are controlling and narcissistic. To me, it is. And when somebody just can't help themselves, you project yourself in a very kind of authentic, free kind of way. and they have to just step in and mess it up for you. It's just because they just want to. They just want to mess up your life. People like that, they need help. They need help, you know. They're destructive. They're envious. They can't stand anybody knowing better than what they know. So they will try to destroy everything around you just for the sheer hell of it. So I know that is a big one. That how do you stop idiots coming into your life, interfering with that? I would say if you've got to that point, then what about friendships? What about just looking at the opposite sex, or if same-sex relationship? And if you're getting that all the time, then what about just a friendship and just keeping them at a distance, and protecting what you have really worked hard to get, and just keeping them at a distance? Because we do get to that point in life where I'm not going to allow somebody to mess this up again. No way. So I think that's how you do that. Laurie, I have no desire today. I mean, that's it. If you're happy, and you thought, well, I'm just happy with, and I'm content, and I'm peaceful. I've got the life that I've strove for, that I dreamt of, that I've worked for. Who says there's a law that you have to date, you have to meet someone? There's no law in that. So it's quite interesting subject, this, actually, isn't it? For women who are a bit older, and maybe have got careers, and just because some guys just can't stand that. They can't stand the fact that you know more, and they have to control that in some way. Thank you for your insights. I enjoy mine and my dog's company over that many. Okay, that's lovely. That sounds lovely, and lots of sage helps. Yeah. Joho, hi Yvonne. You're right about those migrating plans, feelings, dreams, wishes of me. Do you think that when I move out of my country, I would find love easier? I don't feel it's going to be any easier than when you become comfortable in your own skin, and comfortable being yourself, that you don't give a damn, or you don't give a shit what people think of you, and somebody comes along and they're attracted to that, and they just want to be with you, I think that's when you're more likely to meet the person, a partner, is when you're actually feeling really comfortable with yourself and how you express yourself. You don't give a shit of how people think of you, and you can just be you. So let's say you don't wear makeup, that you have a certain style that you don't give a crap, because that makes me feel comfortable, and I don't care, as long as it's not as long as you look after yourself. And if you, because a lot of controlling guys, well, they'll try, try to step in. But if you see, when you get to that point where you're very comfortable in your own skin and you're not able to be manipulated, you'll see a narcissist or a toxic sociopath from a mile away, because they're over charming. They're not them, they're not comfortable and like yourself. They put on airs and graces. They pretend. They do a lot of acting, and you'll see that a mile off. You've got no sound there. Okay, sorry about that. Has anybody else got sound? So sometimes it may go in and out of connection, but I think is it any easier? I think if you choose the right place, like I said, the culture that you feel most comfortable in, and you start to get to know the expats and maybe get a little job and start to just melt into the surroundings and just be you, who you are, get some hobbies going. I think when you least expect it is when somebody will come into your life, because it's a divine thing too. I feel that the divine, the universe, if they've seen you put up with BS for many years, they'll send you someone that is special. Yeah. And you'll notice that. You'll have a feeling of this spiritual. Oh gosh, that felt like spiritual meeting. It felt like it was meant to be. And you may even say that, gosh, don't you feel this is strange and it was meant to happen? So and be very wary of anyone that's acting and you can see it and you can sense it, and who is not being authentic. I would say get to know them as well. Get to know them really, really, really well. And if you see them trying to up the ante, like, I don't know what your type of guy is, but I think the type of guy that I'm attracted to is someone that does not overdo it with the aftershave. Maybe just very mild, who is quite natural looking, definitely intelligent, who's authentic and is very comfortable with who they are. I think is my type of person. Intelligent, who is very expressive, passionate, quietly confident, not fake. I think now if I met someone who was just any kind of little bit of fakeness, it would put me off, because I know the fakeness can lead to you being with some narcissistic person. So, oh wow, I've really enjoyed this chat, guys. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry if there's no sound. As somebody, have we lost sound here? Because it's pointless me being here if we've lost sound. Actually, I will actually be going. I'm just going to finish off with another daily read, just very short daily read from the universe to finish off a message from the universe. Okay, let's have a look here with these cards. Message from the universe. What is the universe divine's message for us? Yeah, I think when you found yourself and you found who you are, I don't feel that anyone can interfere with that. Oh, that's great, Joho. I don't feel that anyone can interfere with that once you've done that work, and so let's just do a final reading for messages from the universe here, and then we shall call it a day. You do not want to feel trapped in your situation. This card in the right position is feeling trapped. You do not want to feel this way ever again, and that's perfectly clear with this. And we get the nine of wands, and the Nine of Wands in this deck is endurance, determination, and commitment. Endurance, determination, and commitment to never be in a situation where you feel trapped again, okay? And I get like a peaceful mind, and there are people watching you, and I do get that people are watching you because they're wondering how on earth you're doing this. And I get the King of Swords, here. I feel the King of Swords is a person that's been in your life in the past. I feel this person is watching you, and they can see that you're very determined not to feel trapped, and they can see they're watching you. I get they're watching you. I feel there's two people that are watching you here. In fact, I do get the people or the person, past relationships that actually try to trap you and control you, are actually seeing that this is not who you are, and they can see that, and they are watching you. They're still watching you. They would like to take a risk, but this is in reverse, and they do not want to take a risk because they can see that what happened here, and they don't want to take the blame for this. The Nine of Pentacles, they see you as a very respectable lady, woman, and they know that you have a lot of value for yourself, and they do not want to interfere with that. Like you said on the answer, they're fearful that you are too valuable. They may even say that you're too stuck up to be with them. And I get the Ten of Cups here, is that the Ten of Cups is they're saying things like she's too stuck up, and she's got her head up her backside kind of thing, and she doesn't love anybody because she only loves herself. And I get the Five of Wands here, and this chess game continues. Page of Cups says, don't allow this person to come back in. They are watching you, but they're making up stories that are not true about you. You do value yourself. You're very respectable. They would like to take a risk with you again, but they dare not do that because they know they didn't treat you too well. So we get here the Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse is someone who is very childish. And like I said right at the beginning, this person will never change. It doesn't matter how you try to teach them. They didn't listen to you. But you have got two men here from the past watching you who would like to take a risk with you, but realize that they were very immature and stupid at the time. and I don't feel they would dare come back in here into your life. If that resonates with you, just continue, and I would not go back to, maybe befriend them. And if they start saying, oh, I wish we'd have got married back then, I wish we'd have had children back then, and I wish this, just say, well, it didn't happen, and I'm not bothered about that anymore. I don't even think about it. And just be friends with them. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed that chat, and I will say thank you for coming and putting your comments in the chat there. Don't forget to join membership if you would like to. Also, I've got a raffle which I put in the community. I'm doing a GoFundMe if you want to do that. That would help. So sending you lots of love and blessings, and you take care, everyone, and bye for now. Bye bye.